Wetangula to announce something like that, because it's not within their jurisdiction to go dishing out IDs, and it appears like a favor. Remember, there are people who've lived for the longest just because of one issue or the other, why they couldn't take up or register as a national or as a citizen, sorry, of Kenya. So giving MPs an opportunity to give out IDs gives them an edge over any other competitor that they have. And we have a lot of, we have administrative structure. We can use the chiefs, we can use assistant chiefs, we can use the village elders to distribute these IDs. Why don't they just put them together and say, this particular one comes from maybe Bondo constituency, these are from Central Sakwa Ward, these are from West Imbo, and such like, so that you just give them to the various chiefs and then they distribute, which is actually their work. They're the people helping mobilize even people to uptake IDs. They're the people mobilize voters, they're the people helping with all these processes. How come now when it comes to giving out IDs, now you want to involve the members of parliament? Are you trying to give them an edge over their competitors? What are you sending out? Where is the space of impartiality? Where's the space of transparency in the whole process? Are we seeing other stakeholders also involved? Are you going to say, because you are 5 people vying in this particular constituency, so we are calling all of you, take up these IDs and go distribute, so that there's fairness in the distribution, so that someone doesn't feel like, okay, this person is giving us a favor or doing us a favor by bringing to us what IDs at our doorsteps. So I think we really need to look at, how do we want our structures to work? Do we empower the structures to work for us, or do we want to manipulate the process to favor certain people, certain individuals, or certain whatever outcome that we would want? Because as Ikuwa said, given that this is a government working now, such actions may be taken, as he says, to favor the system. If it is true that that particular Mjumbe is giving out IDs to other citizens from other countries, then that is wrong, and action should be taken. But I don't think if we've reached that level where now we want to import voters from other countries to vote in the country, to vote for us. I don't
At the constituency level, the difference in a contest is usually about 200, 300 votes.
Very, very true. Yeah. For constituency level, that is very, very true. But I want to look at it in a bigger perspective. Remember, even last year, in the last general election, the voting, the BAMBA, quote unquote, they claim that BAMBA was defeated by only 200,000. Here we are talking about 500 IDs not being picked, 500,000 yes, not being picked. That is a big margin win, if anyone was to get that constituency to vote for them. But I don't want us to narrow it like now we are looking at MCAs importing. Of course, importation of voters has been there. That's why they say, who wants to transfer? Why then do they bring the issue of transfer of voters? Because they expect you today, maybe you want to support him. So you will move from where you want to vote, you are usually voting, and go support Rachael in Bondo. So that is allowed. But then, have they put up structures and limitations who then can be transferred and who cannot be transferred? Before you say that, why are you transferring voters? So voter importation is there within one constituency to the other, to other counties. We've seen that happen in the past. But I think it just talks to what structures are there within IBC framework to bar or to deter such things. Okay. So that we don't just fault an institution for doing, for taking up a wrong direction, whereas that is enshrined within their framework or within the policies that they're using. But then I'm also thinking, what we are seeing with the members, the citizens themselves. You go register to take up an ID, and then you're told your ID is ready and you don't want to go pick it. Why are you not picking it? Why do we have 500,000 people not picking up the ID?
And probably the reason why the speaker is keen on ensuring that they actually get to the people, don't you think?
That is okay. Ensuring to get to the people is very okay. I'm not saying that is wrong, but the process.
The directive by the speaker?
Yes, the directive is what is wrong. It shouldn't go through the MPs.
Okay.
Those particular IDs should be taken to the local administrative offices, which are the chiefs, to distribute. Okay. They know for sure Rachael comes from this particular home. Not the MP to go say, oh, Abira nimekuja nimewaletea, you know? No. That would be looked at as unfairness in the whole spectrum of
Does
election.
this sound like a familiar directive to you who has sat in the National Assembly?
You know, the problem that we have in Kenya is that